Hey family, glory, glory to the eternal living God. Blessed be his glory, blessed be his will, for God is in control. God is in control. You might not think about it. You look at people who got power, who got influences, who's got military, who's got weapons. You'd be like, oh, well, the people in control of the planet. No, the people not even in control. The devil is in control of the planet. But God is still in control of the devil. You know what I'm saying? God is in control, people. I don't know if you noticed. That's why people like me and my brothers and sisters, we have faith in our God, and he already told us what was going to happen, when it's going to happen, why it's going to. He already told us all of these things. All we have to do is survive. If you already know what's down the street, how would you be able to hit that pothole when you drove across it like 20 different times? It don't matter that it's snowing. It don't matter that it's rain. It don't matter that it's nighttime. You still know that that damn pothole is down the street. We as black people, all we got to do is survive. Our God, he gave us everything that we need. We don't need nothing else. All we have to do is what God has told us to do the first time. For we are his kings. We are his queens. We are his prophets and we are his prophetess. It's our job to lead the nation. So I ain't even family. Me and my brothers and sisters and our elders, we ain't even tripping like that. I'm trying to tell you, we ain't even trip. We ain't even. Are we worried about it? How can you let something worry you that you can't change? It's no different than what the scripture said. How can you sit up here and worry when you can add no hair upon your head or make it gray or black? So ain't nothing anybody can do to change. All we have to do is go through the motions. And if you go through the motions, like knowing that pothole is down the damn street, you ain't going to break your car by driving in it, is you? Got to get all your suspension and your tires and rotated and all that. You ain't got to do none of that stuff. You just got to avoid the damn pothole, huh? Now, I want to speak to my African brothers and sisters in the diaspora. I want to talk to y'all, you know what I'm saying, my distant cousins, because we do have some blood that's almost the same, but we're cousins. We're not brothers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna sit up here and placate with y'all. I live in North America, so I have the right to speak about the things in which I see and how I live. But for the life of me, I don't understand, why would y'all want to immigrate to a racist country? Did y'all not think that the people in dominant society have a hatred, a vehement of anti-black racists towards us? Y'all didn't think they had that? Or do y'all think y'all better than us? Do y'all think y'all gonna get any lesser treatment of what we endure in this country? Remember, this Donald Trump America, the mask is off. Said to you again, this is Donald Trump's America. The mask is off. The veil has just been lifted. You know what I'm saying? It's mask off time now. Now you get to see America for what it really is and how it feels about you. So in this message, it's directed to my African cousins across the pond. Hopefully that they are listening. You know what I'm saying? I would never understand why you would come into a country and feel that you better than the people that was already there. That makes no sense. It doesn't. It makes no. That'd be like me trying to go over to Africa and sit up there in Ghana and me telling you the history of a Ghananese person. That makes no sense. I'm not Ghananese. I didn't live in Ghananese. I wasn't there when anything significant or historical happened in the culture. I wasn't there, so I can't really speak on it. But this American life, this California, Texas, Nevada, Chicago, Illinois, New York City, Florida, Pennsylvania. I could speak about all of those things. The timeline, the history, what is it like to be in the encounterment? I could speak on all of this because I'm living it. I'm not just talking about something. So when my other brothers, we tell y'all about the people and why it's to the point now. And I always ask, why do Africans come over here and they got a disdain and a hatred towards us? Is it because of what the white people told y'all? You know what I'm saying? Because y'all so quick to call us lazy. Oh, they be doing they drugs. I learned about y'all. Y'all be on that palm wine. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be eating bush meat. You know what I'm saying? I learned. I took a whole Sunday to just sit up here and study y'all. I'm not mad at y'all. But just like with the white people, my God has put me in a place and my people in a place to where he's telling us it's sink or swim. He don't ever want us to forget what was done to our ancestors and our grandparents, the slaves. Our grandparents that were slaves in this country, he don't want us to forget what happened. Our ancestors that were round up in y'all country and sent in captivity, he does not want us to forget all of these things, because to forget these things is to forget who we are and our place in the world. We're not supposed to. And just like with the white people, I'll never forget that y'all helped sell my people. I'm not gonna play with y'all like that. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna be no peace like that. You know what I'm saying? Far as in me, I'm gonna forget that the Africans helped round my people up and sell them to the Anglo-Saxons, to sell them to the Europeans. I'm not gonna forget that. And far as in any lifting olive branch hand that y'all would lift over to us and say, okay, black people, it is some African countries that have apologized for the barbarism of slavery in their country. Okay, I understand it. I can accept that. But are we different? Yes, we are different. Are we the same? No, we are not the same. Are we cousins at least? Okay, we're cousins. You know what I'm saying? We cousins. We're in the family. You know what I'm saying? We are in the family. But we are not the same. So in this video, and I know a lot of my brothers and sisters, I know you're going to watch the video, so I want you to pay close attention to the things that are being said by your president. I want you to listen to what he is saying. First up the list, Donald. What you got to say now? What's going on? And the only reason why he want to make this a law is because he don't want our children killing the police officers. Y'all seen the little sister that shot the police officer that was sitting over there choking out her mama on the floor? This law was implemented into the White House just because of that little girl and what she did. The only reason. You can't tell me it's not.
Their jobs without fear of their lives.
Let's go back, Donald.
Officer. And tonight I'm asking Congress to pass that policy. I've already signed an executive order requiring a mandatory death penalty for anyone who murders a police officer. And tonight I'm asking Congress to pass that policy.
What kind of power does this man think he have? Whatever, you know what I'm saying? Donald Trump, he just gets up there and whatever. I said this for the last 15 damn years. Whatever he think, he's just gonna say it. He don't have no restrictions like that. He know, just like we know here in America, there is no way you can do that. There is no damn, so you're gonna bypass the court. You're just gonna bypass the court, all the law, all of it. You're gonna just bypass all of that and you just get a automatically death penalty. Some police officers are evil. So for him to sit there and say that is to say that every single man or woman that puts on a badge is a decent human being. That is not true. I couldn't even tell you the percent of, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say, oh, well, at least 50% of cops are good. I can't tell you that because I don't know those individuals. That would say that as soon as you put on the police badge, you become perfect, incorruptible, of no fallacies, that you're a perfect human being. That's impossible for anybody. I don't care how good you do your job. I don't care what job that you do. You're a man or you're a woman and you're going to make mistakes. You're a person born in the flesh, born to have problems. So how could you be perfect? Now, if we lived in a perfect world, the law that he's saying, you wouldn't even need it in the first place. So you have to imagine with Donald Trump, whatever he think he gonna say, if it's right or if it's wrong. Okay, Donald Trump, when he speaks, he tells the people of impossibilities. That is impossible for you to pass that into law. Donald, tell him again what your fictitious, your make-believe. You was just dreaming. Donald. You was sitting there, I'm Donald Trump.
oh, I'm gonna pass it in law. If you shoot a police officer, you get the death penalty.
That's the most stupidest stuff that I ever have heard in my life. It is dumb, you know what I'm saying? It is dumb, and it's coming from the highest place in the land. Donald, tell them your wishes again. Please, tell them.
I've already signed an executive order requiring a mandatory death penalty for anyone who murders a police officer. And tonight I'm asking Congress to pass that policy.
That is impossible. That would never happen. Just because this man can get up here and tell you how he think doesn't mean it's gonna happen. even when he was the president, and then a lot of my brothers and sisters, they'd be like, but Jehoshaphat, he be doing this and he doing that. It's only so much he can do, family. When you was in the 4th grade and they start teaching you about all the politics and the Republicans and Democrats, you came up to your own conclusion that the president is a puppet and there's something else in power. You in the 4th grade, you figured that out. You didn't have no scientists. You didn't have no social politicians telling you anything. You didn't have no analysts. You didn't have anything. You had your common sense. And with your common sense, you figured out that the president is just a puppet. Everybody knows this. I'm not speaking something that the common people in America don't know. The president only has so much power. He can only do so much. It has to go through us first. Them people at Congress, they live amongst us. They're people just like we are. They know damn well not to sit up there and pass something that's so harsh on us to where we won't tear every single thing down and tear them up in the process. They know better than that, people. So let's go back. What else do we have? Because I thought that was just damn ridiculous to hear him say that. Donald, say it again.
I've already signed an executive order requiring a mandatory death penalty for anyone who murders a police officer. And tonight I'm asking Congress to pass that policy.
Would never happen. That's like America saying, well, you know, y'all, I'm going to sign this executive orders and I don't want none of your tax money for the next 10 years. I'm going to see if Congress going to pass it. It would never happen, family. Never. My brothers and my sisters out there, it would never happen. I'm speaking to everyone who loves God, who stands on the right pathway, that knows that there is only light and death in their life. You either rich or you poor. You either dumb or you smart. You either dead or you alive. You already know the simplest things. You're either happy or you're sad. You're either feeling good or you sick. It's only the same law of duality that God put in this world, the light and the darkness only. I'm speaking to my brothers and sisters in the world that have the Holy Spirit, that know the truth. Okay. I'm going to confuse a lot of people along the way, but at least I'm putting in those little tiny seeds. Some of them are going to throw them away. Some of them are going to let them grow. But those little tiny seeds of information for them to reach out, to seek out for these things on their own. Okay, let's move forward. So back to my brothers and sisters who come here from different places throughout the world. You have to understand that this is America KKK. You have to understand that, you know what I'm saying? This is the white supremacist capital of the world. Said to you again, this is the white supremacist capital of the world. So when you come here, you know what I'm saying, under any preconceived notion or any false pretense that you might think about this land, you got to understand that this is America, KKK. So you automatically have a darker skin. How long do you think your Caribbean or your African accent is going to mean anything? It's not going to mean anything. They're going to look at you just like they looking at me. You're not them. So when you come here, don't expect a lifting hand from those people. Or if you do get it, just imagine what the devil gives, he also can take away. You come into America. If you don't want to help your brothers and sisters here that's already here to build it up and fight for the things that are right, then I don't know what you're really doing here. And I don't feel sorry. I don't feel sorry for any of y'all who come up over here and something racist happened to you. I don't feel sorry for you at all. Not even, I don't even feel sorry for my people that sit up there and put themselves around those people knowing damn well what could happen to them. We have to protect ourselves from our own country. Now, we had a great civil war in this country, and the country, I've been eager to say this. Is that I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm saying? When the revelation was brought to me, I've been so damn eager to say this, so I'm gonna say it. Now, we just had a civil war in this country. The whole point of the Civil War is to have a united country to where it wouldn't be a second or third party in the country. But this is America. There will always be a different America. There's white America and there's black America. We live in America all the same. But there's two different Americas in this country. The only thing different is black America is not a sovereign nation. It's the only thing that's different. There always be two countries in one country. We're a nation inside of a nation. We are our own people with our own customs, of our own culture, of our own traditions, unlikening to the surrounding country that we were in. So we just had a major war in this country that split this damn country down the center, the North and the South. But the revelation is that it would always be two countries in this country. It'll always be white America and it'll always be black America. So the fight, to me, it was for not, because there will always be two countries inside of one.
If necessary, if the United States escalates, I will not hesitate to shut the electricity off completely.
Okay, I'm not for the left or the right, Democrat, Republican. I'm against everybody that's against the American people. If there's no justice, if there's no liberty, if there's no equality, I don't believe any of them. I don't believe nothing that they talking about, because they had power. They got power now, and they're not trying to change anything. But I'm not biased. I'll at least let them talk so you can see where their mindset is. But far as in your brother Israel, I'm not for the left or for the right. I'm for whoever is for my people. And the left or the right has been against my people for reparations for 160 years counting as we go. I'll never feel truly American until the retribution is paid. Reparations is paid on the behalf of the legacy of slavery that was done to my people, that we're still feeling the impact, the aftermath to this very day in 2025. So I'll let them speak, but just know, just because I'm letting a person speak doesn't mean that I agree with them. Doesn't mean that. Not at all.
Tell me, a man worth over $400 billion is going to decide what happens with my grandma's Social Security check.
No one elected Elon Musk to nothing, and yet Elon Musk is seizing the power that belongs to the American people. We are here to fight back.
When we open up the Senate every single morning, we don't pledge allegiance to the billionaires. We don't pledge allegiance to Elon Musk. We don't pledge allegiance to the creepy 22-year-olds working for Elon Musk. We pledge allegiance to the United States of America. And so I want to make sure that my mother gets her Social Security check, not because she pledges allegiance to Elon, but because she pledges allegiance to the United States of America.
This is the most corrupt bargain we've ever seen in American history. Elon Musk gives $250 million to elect Donald Trump, and Donald Trump turns over the keys to the United States government to Elon Musk and his billionaire friends and his cronies. Are we going to let that stand? Hell no!
This is supposed to happen, people. It's supposed to happen. I'm sorry. It's all in prophecy in this country, the land of Babylon. Now, it's been prophesied that in America, either be the rich or the poor, no middle class, no super delegates, no super elites. It's only two. Either you're going to be rich. This is the new world that we headed in, especially towards the last days. It's only two types of people. There's no middle class. You're either going to be rich or you're going to be dead poor. And as you see, all these people speaking, this is what it's leading up to. Prophecy has to be fulfilled. You're either going to be, if you're going to be in this country, you're either going to be rich or you're going to be poor. There's no in between. There is no gray level.
Oh, we're not going to let that stand.
We know what we work for. We know that we work for the American people. And what we're not going to do is stand around when they pull this bullshit that they're trying to pull right now.
This lady, she got all these doctrines and she got all this smartness and she got all of that. I'm not going to oppress her and say that she don't have, but she done had more than enough time with the power that she yields to speak about her people and do something for her people. She has done nothing. She has said nothing like that. So I'm not feeling Crockett. Not even a little bit. I'm not feeling her at all.
We are going to be in your face. We are going to be in your and we are going to make sure you understand what democracy looks like. This ain't it.
You mean to tell me?
Now, I'm going to let her explain, and she's going to tell you the same thing that I just said to you, the prophecy being fulfilled.
I am angry today. I am angry what I saw. That president of the United States who ran and had people vote for him because he said he was going to cut their costs. He was going to make sure they had a chance at the American dream has come in with an unelected, richest man on earth and taken a chainsaw to everything we care about. Everything the American people put their trust in him to do. It is a betrayal. It is a betrayal. So let's not talk about decorum when the plot is exposed and reiterated every single day. You take people's health care, you take our veterans' benefits, you take funding for our public schools, and you do it all of it, to give a tax cut to the very wealthiest people who won't even...
The shame is what she's saying. She's just saying half of what he did. Half. She's not saying all. She's just saying half of what he did.
Notice it. But whose greed knows no bounds.
Do not need public schools. Billionaires don't understand the magic that happens in public schools. The billionaires that are in charge of our government right now send their kids to the most elite private schools, and if every public school disappears in this country, they will still be able to get their kids an education. And it's consistent with the entire way that they are approaching.
Once more again, if you be here in America, the coming future to come, you either going to be rich or you're going to be poor. How rich you're going to be and how poor you're going to be, that's up to you. You know what I'm saying? That is up to you.
Approaching the first 6 months of this administration. Billionaires don't need Medicaid. So to them, it doesn't matter if Medicaid disappears and rural hospitals close and addiction treatment centers shutter their doors, because the billionaires will still get their health care. They talk about Social Security being a Ponzi scheme. They're shutting down Social Security offices around the country because they don't need Social Security. They're billionaires. They're never going to need a Social Security check like millions of American seniors do in order to put food on the table. So the billionaire mindset is just different than ordinary, average Americans. And that's why to them, public education doesn't matter. But to Senator Schumer's point, here's the other reason why. All that matters right now is the billionaire corporate tax cut. All that matters is hoarding as much money, stealing as much money from middle class and poor families in this country so they can pass that money along to the billionaires and millionaires and the corporations. Everything that they are doing is about making sure that they shrink the parts of government that help regular people so that they can pass along more benefit and more help to their billionaire friends.
Hey folks, it's Donnie Clown Show down here at Easy Elon's used car lot, where the prices are low, just like the stock market. Come on down and get a Tesla before they catch on fire. I mean, before they're gone.
That's what I call a fire sale.
Alarms just before he strolls into the lobby. We are
Because I just want this one part.
Elon Musk. Where are you? Bring your over here so you can see who's here. This is like
One more time.
Elon Musk. Where are you? Bring your over here so you can see.
Okay, now let's go ahead and end this, because I hope you have got the gist of the politics here in America of what's going on, what the future looks like, what's happening now, what's been said, what's been done, what's been taken. All of these things has been put on the show for you to make your own decisions. But let's go back to my African brothers and sisters across the pond. I want to let you know how America truly feels about you. I want to let you know what America has always thought about you. And then I want to let you know what America can do to you if you don't already know.
Audio recordings have surfaced of a phone conversation nearly a half century ago between President Richard Nixon and future President Ronald Reagan. The recordings were released by the National Archives, and they captured the two men using racist language. Here's White House correspondent Paula Reed.
President Richard Nixon recorded himself talking to then California Governor Ronald Reagan in October 1971, the day after the United Nations voted to recognize the People's Republic of China. Reagan had phoned Nixon at the White House to vent his frustration at African delegates who celebrated the vote.
Did you hear what Ronald Reagan said about African people? This is the president of the United States of America, and this is his feelings of his sentiments of how he feels about a foreign country. All my brothers and sisters across that pond, this is how America feels about you. What did he say? To see these monkeys from these African countries, what else did it say? Uncomfortable wearing shoes? Come on now. This is a president of the most powerful country in the world, and this is what he thinks, and this is how he feels about y'all.
The Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation said today,
and he laughed about it.
Delegates who celebrated the vote. The Ronald Reagan Presidential Foundation said today, if he said that 50 years ago, he shouldn't have, and he would be the first person to apologize. After talking with Reagan, Nixon called Secretary of State William Rogers and adopted Reagan's racist language.
Now, I don't know why they sit up there and they say Africa is a third world country. I've seen a lot of different cities. It's like in Africa, they have a dual society in which some of the people who live in the tribes that live in the outskirts, they don't live in the cities. They still have dealings in the cities. So you have major cities in Africa, big old giant cities that look no different than New York, look no different than Chicago, look no different than California. But then you have parts of the society in which they don't want to go into the new stuff. It's just like the samurai and when it was guns. You know what I'm saying? What happened to the samurais when they started inventing guns? There was no more damn samurais after they invented the gun. It's the same thing. You have people that live in those tribes, but they still go into the city for work, but then they're not going to stop in their traditional ways. They're what is the proper word of using their heritage? They're not gonna change their heritage, their traditionals, their values. They're not gonna change all of that. They're gonna keep them, and there's nothing wrong with that. But there's two different societies. You got the people who live in the city, then you got the people who still live in the tribes.
Later that month, Nixon laughed at these comments from his best friend, Bibi Rebozo. Even in 1970.
This what America thinks of y'all. This is what they think about. They said, y'all ain't got no shoes, y'all ain't got no education, y'all monkeys, and y'all be hanging from the trees. Why would you want to come to a country and this is how they already feel about you before you even get over there? Why? You know what I'm saying? Why? So caution, you know what I'm saying? Caution, before you leave your country and you come here, just know they don't like us. You know what I'm saying? If they liked us, it'd be more better for you to come here. Until that day come, until reparations is paid, until that atonement is paid, until retribution is paid in this country, I don't think it's a good place to come migrate to. I don't think so, because we have too many different problems here in America already. Go over the video again if you think that I'm playing, but I'm trying to talk to everyone at the same time that I'm speaking to my brothers and sisters across the pond. So I just hope that I illuminated your eyes and brought some new light to what you are seeing here in this country. And you know me, I let the people do all the talking. They told y'all everything that's going. I can sit up here and I can make this 3 hours long to get in more deafness in it. But this is enough to give you just an example of what life is here in America.